Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game.
Hi, my name's Gwen Rehnquist Lemieux, and I'm from New Westminster, BC, and I am the captain of Team BC for the over 55s that are competing in Kamloops Nationals. Well, I was 14, 15 years old, and my brother was playing on a team, and he was a goaltender. So I used to watch his games, and my mom said, you know, I wish that you could play, but there's no girls' teams around here. So why don't you just go to hockey school? So I went to hockey school with my brother, and ever since that time, I said, I want to play this game. So it took me a few years, and I finally made it to a senior team. So I'm a 18-year-old on with a team of women that are all ages. And I used to practice 4 hours a day. So before you knew it, at 21, I was playing at Women's Nationals. And that was the very first time that they had Women's Nationals in Canada in 1981, 82. And in 1990s, I was trying to secure ice for minor hockey girls associations. That was a struggle in itself because we couldn't obtain any ice time. It was already allotted, and the ice allocators wouldn't change their attitudes with that. They'd say, you know what, this boys organization already has this ice time, so why don't your daughter go play with the boys? So girls will play with boys, but as for the girls that don't want to play with boys after about 11 years old, this is where we were missing. So that's when they started up these minor hockey associations just for girls. And now an association like Tri-Cities has over 315 girls playing. This is amazing, and it's growing. This happened across the country, but as soon as we hit the Olympics in 1998, that just really increased our numbers. So let's say we had across the country about 40,000 girls playing. We're well over 90,000. Every time our Canadian women hit the ice, little girls want to play hockey. So that's the best part of it. That's what's keeping it going. What I like about hockey is there's so much to learn each and every time you play. And you can have different coaches that tell you different things, tell you how to play a certain forecheck in one way or another. It's very, very challenging mentally. I like team sports, so that's probably the number one reason I love playing with a team. And it's Canada's sport. That's number one. It's really what we are. It's like a religion here in Canada. We love it. Well, women's hockey is actually a European style hockey. We've played body contact back in the 80s, but they took that out because no one was training to take checks and give checks, so there was a lot of injuries. So the game is a finesse game, and it's a difficult game. It's a challenge, and this is why I think a lot of us really like the game, because it's got so many facets to it. You have to be a good skater, and then there's the puck handling, the shooting, and then you have to have hockey sense, and you have to have team plays, and you have to play together, and then you have the opposition putting pressure on you. It's a fantastic game, and I think women love that challenge just like anybody else. And so that's part of the reason why it's at a national championship for our age too now. So I've been playing this game for 45 years, and not only a player, but I've been coaching since I was 18 years old. So I've learned a lot over the years about bringing teams together, and it's really important to, ensure that players all feel part of the team. Anything I've seen that looks good, I want them to hear about it because they need the feedback. Every time you go to a tournament, you learn something about yourself. You learn that you can score goals, that you're not just a passer and a setup player. You're not that playmaker. You're actually going to score some goals. So I like to see players really, really figure it out for themselves. And then when they do something great, celebrate it. What I do off the ice is I'm a police officer. And I've been actually serving for 37 years. And I've made hockey my number one stress release outside of policing, because you're playing with all these friends. There are people outside of that policing world. So it's been an excellent sport for me while I've been serving all those years. When it comes to fitness and keeping in shape and having something to strive for, I'm going to tell you that the game is what's kept me, I'm going to say, healthy all my life. So I hope to play it a few more years. I'm not going to say how many more, but I'll play it by ear every year, and then we'll see what happens.
This amazing bunch we brought together, just you guys play so awesome.
Hi, I'm Kelly Lee Gilmore. I'm 60 years old. I started playing hockey when I was 18. I really wanted to play much earlier, but I didn't have the chance. So as soon as I graduated from high school, I really found the first team that would take me, and I started playing then.
Sure. Hi, I'm Michelle Claveau. I'm 59 and a lot. I started playing hockey, I guess I was 9 or 10 years old. We moved from Mississauga to Ottawa just when girls hockey was starting up. And I wanted to be a goalie.
Oh, really?
But it was always on outdoor rinks, and parents were coaches and refs. And my dad took me scouring the secondhand shops for the goalie gear. So they were really supportive.
Hi, my name is Karen Minato. I'm 57 years old, and I started playing hockey when I was about 35 years old as an adult. I have 3 older brothers, and they all played hockey, played out in the street, and I wanted to play for sure. I've played sports, all different sports all my life, but my mom said, nope, hockey's not for girls. It wasn't until when I was an adult, I was working for this high-tech company, and the boys all got to play hockey Friday at lunch. I'm like, how can I get in on this? And I said, well, I can come and referee. And he said, sure, why not? So I went out there and, couldn't skate, couldn't crossovers or stop, but the boys taught me.
My name is Lori Butterfield. I got started in hockey about, I guess, in 92, 93, something like that. I started in ringette also as an adult. And I was attending an adult power skating lesson one night. And the instructor came out to me and he goes, you know what? He goes, your speed, it's kind of wasted in ringette. I wasn't super familiar with the ladies hockey scene. And I thought, no, like other people play that. Like I'm 30. Another girl from my ringette team said, come on, let's give it a go. I stepped on the ice and I was like horrid, but I fell in love.
So I started in 1980. So the hockey scene was starting to take off a tiny bit, and it was hard to get on because you had to kind of be of certain ability. You couldn't be like a complete beginner, which was what I was. And so I was lucky because the Kanakas in Kitsilano had created a B team, and they just wanted to get some players in. They wanted to grow the game. And that's the key, is to allow girls or women who hadn't tried it before but wanted to come out and just give it a go. And of course, when you do that, you get better and confidence grows.
When I was ringette, I thought that was about all there was for women. I knew there was women's hockey out there, but it was just so not on my radar. So when the guy suggested it to me, I went, that's why it just took me so back. And then once I did make the switch over, then I realized how big it was, until I was about 30.
And then I joined 8 rinks, and then there's all these divisions, all these teams, and I'm like, wow, where did all these women come from? And they all play hockey.
Yeah.
I was like, dang it, I've missed out all these years,
It's harder in smaller towns too. I had this conversation with somebody yesterday. It's in the Comox Valley. There's no girls minor hockey. So they play with the boys, and they, once they reach a certain age where they're not comfortable with that, then they come play on the adult recreational team, which is great. But in this day and age, it's really sad that there's no women's minor hockey in smaller towns. And I get it, because ice time is precious. And if you start a team or a league, you got no ice time because they're taken up by everybody else. So it's tough, but it's still, I just still find it odd that decades later, they're not putting together leagues for the girls to grow up and play it.
My family thought it was like, oh, she'll grow out of it. Just playing games. Eventually she'll get serious and, become an adult or whatever. And I remember my mom said, when do you stop playing those games and get a real job? I've learned over the years, when you grow up, you don't have to stop playing games. Playing is a part of being an adult as well. In fact, is a necessary part of being an adult.
Being able to just focus, be all on me, even though it's a team sport, but I can focus and get that fitness. And I've always just loved playing so hard, go. It's almost like compartmentalization. Whatever else was going on in my life or my head was gone when I'm on the ice. Just to be able to have something where I could just get out of my own headspace, work hard, and forget all the other things that are buzzing around your head that interfere with good mental health.
Like, you're part of a unit. That's what I like about it. I'm not very good at individual sports. I mean, I like tennis and whatever, but I actually much prefer team sports. Because as soon as you get together and you're on the bench, it just feels you're all coming out in the same uniform, and that cheer, and we're all going to do this together, and we all have a role to play. There's something about that really appeals to me.
I've just created so many friendships that are just, going to be lifelong. So the social part of it, as well as the sporting
look at us now.
aspect. I know, right? Look at this team. I've met so many people from the island, from the interior, and even gotten to know people like you, Kelly.
Yeah, we used to battle each other, against each other.
Yes.
Now we're line
Right.
mates.
Now we're line mates and friends.
I also feel like being with this team or being with older women, we are unusual in that not many women our age play, and then finding 15 other women to play on a team with is pretty cool. And to bore, probably, people are bored listening to us going about hockey, but we can talk it. We were talking all night, and about strategy, about everything about hockey, and we can bore each other to tears, and nobody gets bored really, because it's just, we all can, share that passion.
We all do.
Yeah, find our people.
Boy, when Plus 55 came along at BC, and I met, Tracy, and I totally reborn hockey. And one of my mates on the Zone 2 team, she's 73, and I just say, you're my hero. I want to be you. When I'm 14 years, I still want to be playing hockey. Yeah, she's slower, but she has the smarts and the positioning, and she's out there playing, and I'm like, wow. So it's as much as, Team Canada, they say they're role models for the younger girls, absolutely. But I think we're inspirations as well for women coming up behind us, because we're still playing.
Oh, so fun, talented, supportive, intense. Got to cut yourself some slack. You're so hard on yourself, but it's because you love the game so much, and we realize how important it is to you, right? Take you on any team.
When I first heard you were going to be on my line, I was so excited, because you're such a team player. You're always thinking about the game. You're always interested and keen to learn more. You just love to talk hockey, and I love talking hockey. So, yeah, I was so excited when I knew you were going to be my line mate.
Ultimate teammate off the ice is what I see, because we only, met last spring for a little while. But, organizing and helping our team gel with the off-ice stuff, like the cooking rota and things like that, working for the team. Wonderful.
When you play in a team, there's people who just step up, and you can just tell that they just have a natural leadership quality about them. She's a natural leader. You don't yell, you don't scream, you don't, make yourself noticeable that way, but I can just tell from your actions, the way you're playing, the way you're speaking. Yeah, you're just a natural leader. I could tell that right away.
You take it very seriously. You take it to heart, very much so. But dang, you're a good player. Just so solid, so consistent.
You said what you said about me being a team player. You are also that way, and I think that's probably why we click, is that you do step up. And I think on the ice too, you're there, you're positive at the bench, saying positive things, and you also make us laugh. I mean, you've got a wicked sense of humor. And you need that at moments when everybody's tense, and when the pressure's on. I always feel like you've got such discipline and control, and you need that calming, that voice of calm when everybody's sort of in a pressure situation. I'd want
Did
you
I tell you I
there.
was an air traffic controller?
I didn't know that. Well, that's what it comes
Explains
from.
a few things.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Go, Laurie, activate all the way.
Follow her. She's
Go,
so
Laurie,
fast.
take it all the way.
I can talk to you about anything, and that's lovely. I don't know how many years we've been playing together now, but off and on, and different teams, and you're always like go-to person. If I'm feeling down, or I'm feeling like, I got to talk to you about something, or I got to talk to somebody about something. I know Laurie is got this ear. She's got patience and perspective, and then you just make me laugh like crazy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kel. That's
I've
very
known you
sweet.
for how long? How many years? And honestly, I
Pirates.
think you're just as fast as you were 20 years ago. I haven't seen you in a while, haven't played with you in a while, and I was like, I wonder how, we all are, what our level is, it's been like 10, 12 years since I played with you. And wow, I was just like, not surprisingly shocked at all that you were just as fast, and agreed on the, the lightheartedness, the fun factor that you bring, but you're also very competitive. And that's the perfect combination.
I have one word, tenacious.
Yeah.
Could be your middle name.
I'll take that.
And yeah, and everything you said, and you're absolutely the speediest player on the team. And when you start to go, especially up the boards, I don't know how you get through all the, twice your size and the puck, 3 gone through into the offensive zone. Nice.
We never played together. I've always been scared. Every time Karen Minato was like, oh, she's on the other team. It's like, oh, great, we're going to have to really watch you because you have this knack for scoring. You've got so many moves. You're fast. You're smart. And you're hard to play against. And you're always creating something. I think that's it. Mark, Karen out. And so having you on my team, our team, it's a gift. And I was very determined to recruit you for this team because I said, I didn't dare ask because you're very young looking. And it's quite awkward, right? We're starting this over 55 team. Oh, I'm only 40, and it's embarrassing. Just, oh, okay, yeah. But, you surprised me. You were, I think I heard through the grapevine you were over 55. And I was like, Anya, I don't know if you noticed that, but I was like, I wouldn't let you go.
I'm very thankful and grateful that you invited me onto this team because this has been one of the best experiences I've had.
Yeah. We only met like 3 days ago, but I don't know the forwards a whole lot or see a whole lot going on up there, but you're a calming influence, and I can see it in the dressing room too. Just a calming influence. You look so confident, and life is good all the time. No stress.
So fun. Just so fun playing with this one, right? Giggles, laughs, fun on the ice, fun off the ice, skill. Like you said, Kel, skill like coming out your yin yang. Like what John call you? Slippery?
Yeah.
Slippery. Be like creative and like super skilled. Super fun to have on the team.
And on that sneeze.
That was way better than my first attempt.
Yeah, you get better at it. That's true.
Thank you guys.
Well, thanks for
You good, Juan
Sounds
Marcos?
good. Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Confessional 4, take 1.
Hit it.
Mark.
They've also had the hats out.
Hats out. I love my hats.
That's good. That's sweet.
Put it on.
No, really?
Actually, no, you're like your hair. Don't put it on.
So warm as well. I'm starting to glow, actually.
Great. Okay, we'll cut that.
Tail slate.
Thanks for that.
Oh, you were filming that?
Yeah.
He's broken his head. All right.
Is he okay?
It's not a good sign, is it? I hope so. Is it supposed to, I don't know the anatomy of a pterodactyl. Does anybody? Should we?
It looks broken. He's like got a broken wing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Whew.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Hey.
Show me what you got.
Show me that. Well, you'll see in a minute.
Not a lot.
Head up so we can see your face.
Okay.
And then just go at a pace that you feel comfortable with, so I don't feel like you have to go super, super fast.
We don't actually have to do this again. This is
No, we're not doing it again. This is just like for some BTS stuff.
You want me? Want me out there? Want me out there? I don't even know. Hi.
Stand on the bench and talk to Juan Marcos. It's just okay, let's go.
My coffee maker, my kettle, and my rice cooker.
Are you sure it's big enough?
I couldn't get a bigger one. There are 16 people.
Did we? Sorry, I don't have the iPad. Did we get a good shot of the rice cooker going in, or?
There you go. The most important thing.
You know what, guys, you gotta be time efficient. You gotta stay fit as a filmmaker when you're on set. Let's go. All day. Oh, I'm getting sweaty. Yeah, I gotta check the form. Stop.